Welcome back, gentlemen. Some people believe modern relationships have become more complicated because respect, accountability, and boundaries are often tested in different ways. Today, we're looking at moments where men decided to call off their weddings after feeling disrespected or seeing major red flags in the relationship. That situation escalated fast. Treating your partner's family with disrespect right before a wedding is almost guaranteed to create serious problems and tension in the relationship. At that point, it's not surprising that the entire situation eventually fell apart.
The answer is yes, it should be over. Now check this out. I hear you. I hear you. Now, it's interesting because when we talk about double standards, right? Because if a guy takes too long to propose, usually the women are like, he's out, he's done. But all of a sudden now it's different. If this guy gets the nerve to actually propose, and you then turn around and say no, I'm out. Look, if I'm locked outside of my car, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I get locked outside of my car, I'm not getting back in the car, right? I can't get out, I'm locked out. I'm hopping in the Uber, I'm getting on the next ride, and I'm out of there.
Exactly. If someone genuinely needs more time for personal reasons, most people can understand and respect that. But when there's a flat rejection with no communication or explanation, it can come across as a lack of interest in moving the relationship forward. At that point, many people would feel it's better to stop investing time and energy into something that may not be mutual anymore.
$100,000 wedding?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
I have high standards, and I feel like I shouldn't lower them just because.
I have high standards too. I went to a justice of the peace.
Okay.
Married 32 years. The biggest weddings are the shortest marriages, I swear. You know, Kim Kardashian, that dude, 72 days. Took her longer to pick out the dress than it did to be married to her. You know what I mean? You look at, that's just a party. You have that party with, like, on your 25th wedding anniversary, then you could spend that kind of money. $100,000, you're never gonna get married, honey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what that's the wrong goal. The goal is to have him, like, for 40 years. Yeah. Not to have one party.
It can come across like the focus is more on appearances and lifestyle than on building a strong relationship. In any marriage, financial responsibility and mutual understanding around money are important parts of long-term stability. A lot of people believe that if someone has expensive expectations or high standards, contributing equally toward that lifestyle helps create a healthier balance in a relationship.
Engaged?
About 8 months, and then I called the wedding off like a month or a few weeks before our whole paid for wedding. And
wait, 2 weeks before, so everything was planned?
Paid for. He was great, you guys. He was perfect on paper, literally. And I was like, I needed to do this because everyone else is getting married around me. Oh, I better keep up, right? Months go by, we're planning this wedding, right? How am I gonna do this? I'm not being true to myself. This is so unauthentic. What am I gonna do? He also had,
mental health issues?
A small. It's not that small, but it was definitely nothing that I'm gonna.
How do you feel saying that information out loud today, that he has a small wiener?
Honestly, a lot of people would say he avoided a difficult future by recognizing the red flags early. Comments and expectations like that can reveal deeper issues about priorities, respect, and consideration within a relationship. Expecting one partner to handle everything alone, especially on a major day like a wedding, can make the relationship feel unbalanced. In situations where serious concerns appear before marriage, some people believe it's better to step away early rather than ignore problems that may grow later.
The asshole if I call off my engagement because of a comment my fiance made about my late wife. For some background info, I, 43-year-old man, have 2 children with my late wife, Kayla, Sam, who's 21, and Liz, who's 16. All fake names. Kayla passed away when our kids were 15 and 10. I won't give specifics about how she passed, but she was struck by a drunk driver when she was on her way home from work.
Whoa.
She really was the love of my life, and to say that her passing hit our family hard would be an understatement. I promised myself that if I got back into the dating game, I wouldn't date anyone for at least a couple of years for the sake of my kids. 3 years after my wife's passing, I met my now fiance. We'll call her Amanda. Things went slow, and I didn't introduce her to my kids until we had been dating for about a year at that point. Now we've been together for 3 years and are engaged. Amanda and my kids have always had a good relationship. Neither of my kids are super close to her, but they have always been friendly and welcoming to her. And Amanda has never overstepped any boundaries my kids have, like trying to replace their mother. At the beginning of Amanda and I's relationship, she was a bit insecure of the fact that I was a widower. During the first few months of us dating, she would constantly ask things like, if Kayla had never passed, would I still be with her right now? I always kept my answers brief and told her that I didn't like thinking about the what ifs and that she was the one I was dating now and that was what mattered.
Yeah.
Eventually, she stopped making these comments and I stopped worrying about it. Now to the issue. My parents were hosting a family dinner to celebrate my fiance and I's engagement. It was my mom and dad, my late wife's sister and her husband, Sam and Liz, and me and Amanda. Dinner was going well. We were all making small talk with each other and talked about wedding plans. About halfway into dinner, my mom made a comment about how she was so happy I was able to find the spark I had with Kayla in someone else. I don't think anybody really paid much attention to the comment, but then Amanda laughed and said, I'm happy she died. Otherwise, I would have never gotten him to myself. The tone of the dinner immediately shifted and everyone got extremely tense, especially my kids. Amanda noticed the shift and started awkwardly laughing like she was trying to play her comment off as a joke. I was honestly just frozen as that was the first time she had made a...
Sam's comment clearly made him rethink the relationship in a serious way. From his perspective, the issue seems bigger than simple insecurity. It's about respect for his past, his family, and the people affected by loss. For many people, being unable to handle sensitive situations with empathy and maturity can become a major warning sign in a long-term relationship.
Are you talking about me? Pack up your things. Get out of here. Get out of here, Jimmy.
You know, if you truly love me, you would listen to my proposal. You didn't even give me...
Okay, what is the proposal?
My proposal... So, and I even write protection for Jasmine. That's the headline. If I was the person that initiates a divorce, you would be giving the highest amount of financial protection. Do you understand that? Now I'm trying to explain to you.
So this means that if I initiate divorce, I'm gonna get the very small amount. That means that I'm stuck with you. If you cheat on me, I have to accept it. I cannot get divorced.
No. It says except for cheating.
I don't want this. I don't want this.
Don't rip that up.
I want this.
You know what? I took a picture of it anyway.
So I would really appreciate if you just take your things and get out of my house.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Because you're a idiot.
Really?
Like all my demons come out because of you.
You
have
cannot
to
even
see
communicate.
The kind of relationship that I have with my exes.
Yell.
I get along even with my exes better than I do with you. They are better people.
Just yell, don't you? It's all you know how to do.
Even like I feel more attracted to my ex even than to you.
Yeah.
And he's better looking than you. And he has even more money than...
If someone is still emotionally attached to past relationships, it can create doubts about whether they're fully invested in the current one. That's why situations like this often raise concerns about intentions, compatibility, and whether the relationship is being built on something genuine. From that perspective, many people would see walking away early as avoiding bigger problems later on.
What's that?
What?
What's that?
What is what? This is sprinkles and...
No, on your finger. What's that? The hell is this? Where's the engagement ring?
I felt like, like just taking a break from it for a day,
Don't tell me you lost it.
No, I didn't lose it. I just wanted to switch it up.
You know how much it was?
Yes, I know how much it was. You told me numerous times how much it was.
So you lost it?
No. I just wanted to switch it up, Dan, okay?
Why would you wear a ring like that then?
Because someone gave it to me.
Who gave it to you?
You don't have to worry about that. Just eat ice cream.
Okay, put it back. My ice cream, I pay for it.
No! No!
Who bought you that ring then? Maybe he can buy you ice cream too, okay?
No, please, come on. Dad.
Then who bought you that ice cream?
You bought it.
Who bought you that ring?
This is my ex. But it doesn't matter. It's not because he bought it. It's because it looks nice.
When did your ex buy you that ring?
A while ago.
Then you decided to not wear it.
Yeah, because I forgot that I had it. I was like, oh, shoot. You know? I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you can drink it.
Drink it?
Yeah, you drink it straight from a cup.
Dan!
Why would you wear that ring? Where's the engagement ring then?
At home.
You lost it.
No, I didn't lose it. Why would I lose it?
Why would you wear that ring then if you didn't lose your engagement ring?
I told you, Dan. Because I wanted to switch things up for a day. So what? Give me my scooter.
No, you can switch it up by yourself. I'll just take an Uber home.
Ding, ding.
The way she reacted came across to many people as dismissive and disrespectful, especially given the seriousness of the situation. When someone appears to treat important relationship issues casually, it can raise major concerns about trust and compatibility. From that perspective, a lot of people would feel it's better to walk away rather than ignore those warning signs.
Makes ultimatums for you to marry her or get her a ring, or else she's leaving you. That woman is not with you for the right reasons.
That's the pressure most men fall into.
Yeah.
I would argue that most marriages are based off of that.
And it's bullshit. It's asinine, fake, inauthentic bullshit. Because I've been with women that would be happy being on a deserted fucking island with me and having our own children without having a flashy wedding, without having an expensive $10,000, $15,000 ring. Because guys think that they can just buy women. Let me buy her a $15,000 wedding ring and maybe she'll love me and she won't cheat on me. That ain't gonna help you, bro. Money doesn't fix beta. Money doesn't give women a natural desire for you, which is what every woman...
That's exactly how many people would interpret it. When the focus shifts more toward the event itself rather than the relationship, it can make the situation feel less like a genuine partnership and more like a transaction. If appearances and celebrations seem to matter more than building a stable future together, some would see that as a warning sign worth taking seriously.
Get ready to start. And I had been telling her 2 months before we was going to Texas, look, I'm telling you now, you need to sign this prenup because I'm telling you, don't try me when I get there. You're not going to dictate how I take care of my mama, my sister, and all. I know what you up to. And by the fact that we going through this, it's showing me a different side of you because we never had these type of conversation. And with still my heart, a month is a month. We're getting ready to go down to prepare for the wedding that week. She still hasn't signed it. So I'm like, look, bro, I'm going to embarrass you in front of all these people. Don't do it. While we back there getting dressed, we had a nanny at the time because we just had a daughter. I'm telling her, I'm like, man, go get it. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do this. So she keeps going back, trying to pull her out. And my sister's in the room because my sister was in the wedding. So my sister's in the room. So all her bridesmaids are telling her not to sign it. Telling the girl, they in the room with my sister. So my sister walked out and just came in where the men was and just basically told me what was going on in there. So I told her to go back. So to go back and I said, and I talked to Steph and them and, broke down for a minute, I said, start crying for a minute. I'm just trying to figure it out. And I'm glad I had my boys there. They was like, bro, you can't do that, bro. You work too hard. Like, it's something up, you know what I'm saying? So I called it off. I ended up wasting like close to $400,000 on the wedding. Just wasted, and we end up just, partying, and our relationship never been.
It seems like financial expectations became a major issue in the relationship. For many people, disagreements around money, trust, and prenups can reveal deeper concerns about compatibility and long-term intentions. While losing money is never easy, some would argue that recognizing serious conflicts before marriage can prevent even bigger problems later on.
A life with someone without getting married. I know people that have been dating for a long time, but the thing about it is usually when life gets hard, they don't have to stay with you. They've never made that commitment. If you're really with someone and you're not married, when you lose your job and you can't provide, if you're the breadwinner, the girl can leave. And it's those things of actually having someone say, no, I'm choosing to go through life with you, stand by your side, and I've made that commitment to you. Because I know guys who will build a life with a girl and then they're like, but I can't make that commitment to marry her because I don't see her as that. And I'm like, wow, I think even guys who don't get married often hold so much value and weight on marriage for that reason.
I mean, you can make the public statement without getting legally married.
When it comes to a relationship, it's got to be my way. You might think, Brian, that's crazy. Look, you guys want us to lead, you want us to take the initiative, you want us to provide. Just to be clear, I'm not like some playboy that's trying to 10 different chicks. I like relationships, but like I could have a lifelong, be with this woman for the rest of my life, have kids, all that. I don't think I need marriage to have that though. If you're really about me, you're gonna be like, I love you.
If life gets hard and you're married, the same girl who would leave when you're not married would divorce you and take what little you have left. So, she twisted it against the men, ignoring data that shows women initiate majority of divorces.
The conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack.
Hey, baby.
Attempting the dribble, just needs to stay calm. And he thwarted the attack with a masterful tackle.
It's not about a game. It's about feeling like someone doesn't respect your time, effort, or peace of mind. When that kind of disconnect shows up, it can really shake the foundation of how the relationship feels. In situations like that, people often step back and reassess whether the relationship still has the balance and respect needed to move forward.
My fiance just did the most disrespectful thing a woman can do to a man. She's going shopping with her little sister. Supposed to be going to a town 20 minutes down the road, going shopping. They end up an hour and a half away at Bass Pro, with their only intentions being to look at boats and guns. I didn't get a invite. I'm calling them.
When one partner chooses to do activities separately, it can sometimes raise questions about priorities and connection in the relationship. If there's a consistent disconnect in how time is spent together, it may lead both people to reassess compatibility. In some cases, couples may decide that ending the relationship is the best option if they feel their needs and expectations aren't aligning.
I don't care if it's family and friends. I'm stood here in a towel, not ready. You're fully dressed. I don't know. I can't just take it off. My hair's soaking wet. Okay.
Perfect. Doesn't matter. We're all family and friends. It doesn't matter.
Right, but it doesn't matter though, does it? Because you're stood here fully dressed whilst our family's sat here. It's embarrassing. People are stood here and watching me in a towel whilst you're stood there fully dressed. It's a joke.
It's not.
I need to go and get ready. You didn't tell me. This is your problem. Every time we do something like this, you can't communicate with me. You do this every time we do stuff. You're incapable. But you're incapable of planning stuff and communicating with me. This happens all the time. I can't stand it anymore. It's going to take me at least an hour to get ready. I'm sorry you're staying.
So, it seems like the focus shifted more toward appearance in the moment rather than appreciating the effort behind the romantic surprise. That kind of mismatch in expectations can create tension in a relationship. In situations like this, misunderstandings can escalate quickly, and both partners may end up feeling unappreciated or blamed for how things unfolded.
His legs wrapped around any human being. I don't subscribe to that, and the guy didn't, because the result of the situation is that he no longer wants to be with a woman. He's put a statement out online because the clip got so viral, and he's called quits on marrying this woman, which obviously as a man takes a lot to do. You're bending the knee, you're making a decision, you're splitting your finances with someone. There's so much that goes into it. You've got your family unity. There's unity there. There's connection. There's a lot of trust that's being built. So in that moment, I would expect a lot more. I would never ever assume that the celebrity or the person of influence who has just met this individual.
Men often take pride in their relationships, and when something is publicly shared that feels inappropriate or disrespectful, it can create embarrassment and strain. At that point, it's less about explanations and more about how both people feel about respect, boundaries, and how the relationship is represented to others.
You want a man to be a leader, right? Do you want to get married?
Yes.
Will you take your husband's last name?
I do the hyphen thing.
Who has final say when it comes to household decisions? Who's the head of the household?
I would love it to be both of us. But
this is exactly what I'm talking about. Equality only when it benefits you. So you want a guy to adhere to his traditional gender roles, lead, pay for the first date, but you don't want to adhere to what would be a very traditional thing, tradition, taking the man's last name in the case of marriage. That is traditionally...
Seems to want a traditional partnership, but also expects a high level of control over decisions, which can create tension around roles and expectations in a relationship. When two people have very different views on independence and decision-making, it can make long-term compatibility difficult.
Men getting married anymore. It's not because they hate love or they're against love. It's because the system is actually stacked against them. In 1960, 72% of adults were married, and today it's barely 50%. And among men under 30, it's pretty much nowhere. Here's why. Divorce courts, they'll take all of the man's money, they'll take the kids, they'll take the house. 90% of child custody goes to women, and men pay millions in child support and alimony every year. Then there's the happy wife, happy life culture where men sacrifice everything to keep the peace. Meanwhile, if a man wants traditional roles, it's labeled as toxic. So men naturally ask themselves, what is the upside? And for a lot of guys, there isn't one. It's not that men in general hate commitment. They hate commitment to a system that is designed to punish them for existing. Till marriage becomes a partnership and not a legal liability, men will continue to keep.
Some people feel that legal systems around marriage and divorce were designed to provide protection in cases of harm or imbalance, but they believe those systems don't always feel fair in every situation. Because of that perception, some men say they are more cautious today when it comes to long-term commitments like marriage, focusing more on financial and legal security before making decisions.
Any reason whatsoever why these two should not join in holy matrimony. Please, speak now, or forever hold your peace.
This is so good.
Well, I have something I'd like to say. Everyone, thank you for coming on this wonderful occasion, on this wedding day. I really do thank you for coming here to my Guzu. Thank you for always being there for me. Baby, I love you. I truly love you. There's one thing I want to talk to you about, but I couldn't figure out the words to express it. So I figured the best way to bring that to you would be to show you.
So there I go. Oh, can't make a wife out of a hoe.
Oh my God! What the? Oh hell! Oh!
He chose to address the situation in front of the family at a critical moment, which made it a very intense confrontation. Regardless of how people feel about the approach, it clearly marked a turning point in the situation. That wraps up the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong.